Hey, welcome to the show. Another show of the Comfortable Vegetarian. And today we got a very special guest, Miss Quinn, the Vegan Lion. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You pretty good. It's nice to have you up in here.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna talk about why we got you here today.
Okay.
So the Vegan Lion, tell us about the Vegan Lion.
All right. So the Vegan Lion is my company. I've been in San Diego for a little bit over a year now, and it is actually a meal prep company for people who are looking for gluten-free, soy-free, organic vegan food. I basically offer fresh, ready when ordered food that people can pick up if they're like trying to meal prep for the week or just for a few days and they don't want to get fast food or they just want to try to do right.
Yeah.
They can call me and say, hey Quinn, I need 5 meals, and they can come pick them up or I'll deliver them the next day.
Man, that's what's up, because that's like one of the hardest things, being vegan. Like nothing is like convenient for you.
No, it takes effort.
You taking care of that, huh?
It takes effort and planning. So if you want to eat right, but you don't want to do all the planning, just
So hit up Miss Quinn, the Vegan Lion. Okay. So how long have you been vegan?
I have been vegan. July will make, I believe, my 3rd anniversary.
Anniversary? Okay.
I think I'm coming up on 3 years, coming this July 1st.
Okay. And what made you want to do the meal prep thing?
Well, I've actually always enjoyed cooking.
Yeah.
My mom started me cooking when I was 8 years old, and so I've just been slowly but surely building my craft over the years, because it's something I actually realized not only that I enjoy doing, but I was actually really good at it. Luckily, I come from a big family of women who can really cook.
So how long have you been vegan, by the way?
I am actually coming up on my 3-year vegan anniversary in July.
Okay. So in July,
My birthday month. That's when I decided to go vegan.
Okay, that's what's up. That's my mom's birthday month.
Okay, when's your mom's birthday?
July 22nd.
Okay, my birthday is July 31st, but I became a vegan July 1st.
Okay. That's
So
what's up.
your name is Leo, but I'm actually a Leo.
Yeah, my name is Leo, but I'm actually a Scorpio. But yep. So how you come up with the name, the Vegan Lion? How you come up with that?
So two things. So I am a Leo. So but there's actually this story that I read about an actual lion that was born into captivity. They were born to these owners that they didn't put him in the zoo or anything. But I don't know how these people ended up with this lion, but they actually had a pet lion, and the lion chose to be a vegan.
Okay.
So they actually raised the lion up until his death that was actually a vegan. The name of the lion, I believe his name was Little Tyke or Little Tink or something like that. And when I read the story about the lion and its life, there are some similarities to my life. And so I just kind of mashed it all together, because it's crazy. Of course, most lions aren't going to be a vegan, but there actually was a legit lion that was raised to be vegan, and it didn't eat any meat.
Man, that's crazy. I never heard that story right there.
I have to show you the link.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. But that's what's up. And you were saying, we was talking off camera, you were saying that you was coming out with a cookbook.
I am, and I'm really excited about it. One, because when I first started doing this, because I've been doing this for 2 years. Before I moved here in San Diego, I actually started back in Dallas, where I moved from. I lived there for 15 years.
Okay.
And when I first started, I didn't think I was going to write a cookbook. My goal was just to cook for people, help people, be healthy, share my passion with people. But people are always asking me, what's the recipe? And are you going to send me the recipe to this? And eventually I was like, you know what, let me actually, since I'm saying that I want to help people, every person that I encounter maybe may find me on social media isn't going to be able to come and order from me. So let me put out something for people, no matter where they are, they can try some of my recipes. And I'm really excited about it. I'm actually almost done writing it. I'll be done writing it in a few days, and I'm gonna have a few close friends like try out the recipes at home for like a few weeks. And then I'm gonna actually get it copyrighted and self-publish it and put it out. Hopefully, if not by the end of February, at the beginning of March.
Yeah, that's the way to go right there.
So I'm really excited about
Congratulations on that right there.
Thank you.
And I want to give a shout out to my cookbook. This was like one of the first things I did when I went vegetarian. Because like you said, you had so many people asking like, what's that? And what's the recipe? And how you make it and all that. And so I came up with the Comfortable Vegetarian. This is the dinner edition.
Okay.
So, and that's available right now, CamMediaStudios.com. So y'all check that out. And I gotta ask you this. So, what's your favorite? No, I ain't gonna ask you that yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you, what was the hardest part about going vegan for you?
So it's crazy because it was hard, but then it wasn't hard because I had already like made up my mind like beforehand that it was really something that I wanted to try and pursue. But growing up, one of my nicknames growing up was Meatball because like I would rather eat meat than my vegetables. So 5 years ago, like I couldn't have even seen myself being vegan. But these past like 4 years, I've really been like focusing on my health. Overall, not just, you know, physically, but mentally and emotionally as well, because you have to be all three. You just can't look good on the outside and not be all right in here. So just these past 4 years, I've really been focusing on centering myself and aligning my chakras. And I would say the hardest part maybe because I gave up beef and pork back in college.
Okay.
So I was already kind of transitioning before I even knew I was going to go vegan. I had been gave those up, and then I was doing chicken and fish, and then I just kind of slowly stopped eating like chicken and turkey, and I was kind of doing the pescatarian thing for a while. But when I was ready to actually go vegan, I had a few hiccups. It took me about 6 months to truly transition. So I was transitioning from January to July. And the last few things I was kind of having a hard time giving up was eggs, because I used to love omelets, and cheese occasionally. So once I let go, they go.
Okay, that's what's up. And speaking of cheese, we got a little fun cheese fact over here. Did you know that it takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese?
No,
that is crazy.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, that is crazy right there. Yeah, poor cow. That is crazy right there. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. And they say cheese is a real addiction.
Yeah. Most things that we eat, the things that they put in it makes them addictive. So if you're wondering why you can't stop going to McDonald's, they put stuff in there.
So they got something in there that's going to keep you coming back. Like
Yeah. So I think a lot of foods have little extra additives that we're just like, man, why am I craving this and this all the time? They're putting stuff in it. And it's also how your body reacts to it. So if they're putting something... if you're eating something that has a lot of sugar and you're getting this rush or this feeling, then like your mind is going to relate that to what you're eating, and it's going to want that again. So
I want that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And I was watching something recently, and they was talking about like ham, how they make ham pink. Like ham is really like brown.
Yeah, food coloring.
Yeah, they're injecting it with some stuff.
They do that with fish too. Like salmon. Salmon's not that pink in real life. Just so y'all know, it's not that pink. They have to add that in there.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. And a lot of people think that the vegan life is expensive. Would you say that going vegan is expensive?
Yes and no. I would say Maybe in the beginning when you're making transitions or figuring out like what type of vegan you want to be, it can be expensive. But when you think about it, how I always explain to people, because they're like, oh, I don't want to, spend all my money on, because, organics are more expensive, sometimes depending on what vegetable you're buying, you could pay $1 more just to have organic, fruits or vegetables versus the conventional ones. But the way that I look at it is the more that you're investing in yourself and your health, the less money you're spending on other things like going to the doctor, spending money on medicine, like spending money on cough syrup and all those small expenses that add up. To me, I feel like it evens out over time. So the more you invest in yourself, the less you're spending on other things. So it really isn't expensive in the long run.
Most definitely not. Yeah, I feel you on that. And I had a post I made on Facebook one day. I said, they say the vegan life is expensive. I say them doctor bills is expensive.
Oh God. That's what's really expensive. But it's just like our minds are trained to trust them and, not trust ourselves and not trust that we can take care of ourselves with, minimum need for doctors. Not to say that are not needed. If I get in a car wreck and I break my arm, being vegan ain't gonna help that. But, I don't, unless something like that happens, I don't have to go. Like, I can't remember the last time I was sick. I can't remember the last time I had a cold at this point. So it's just like, I don't spend money on that. I spend money on myself.
Yeah, exactly. So spending money getting healthy. That's what's up. I wanted to ask you too, how you come up with the vegan lion logo right there? That's a nice logo.
Well, she's supposed to be a reflection of me if I was a cartoon, but I wanted to, because it's a little straight now, but if I did a quick little wash and go, like my fro is out of here. So I kind of wanted it to reflect me, but just, it's supposed to be me laying in a garden. So it's supposed to be me laying in a place of serenity and peace and just health. So
I can see that.
Shout out to Jasmine Harris. She's the one, she is a graphic designer back in Dallas. And she really brought my vision to life when we worked together on my logo. So I appreciate that, girlie.
Yeah, that's what's up. I like that logo. Vegan lion. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I really put a lot of thought into this. And it definitely hasn't been like a quick thing to kind of try to grow my brand. When I first started my company, I think it took 3 months for me to get my first customer. One of my coworkers at my old job finally, believed in me and was like, what? I see you really want to do this. Let me order. He ordered some lasagna. He ordered some of my vegan lasagna and loved it. And from there, I just kind of been slowly growing my business. And then I kind of had a setback when I moved here because I had to start all over from scratch. But Diego, I actually had been wanting to move here for a few years, and things aligned for me in 2019 for me to make that possible.
Man,
so I quit my job of 6 years and I decided to pursue my actual passion. So,
man, that's what's up.
And I'm so glad I did it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations to you on that. I gotta clap it up for you again on that one.
Quick
a lot of people don't got the courage to quit their job and go after their dreams and stuff. They'll be at the job forever.
I just gotta do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it, and it's crazy because financially I was comfortable, and some days like I cry in the corner like, why did I quit my job? I was okay. I didn't have to worry about nothing.
Man.
But when you're a new entrepreneur, it's rough. But all the people that I've met that have businesses that they've had longer than me, because I'm just in year 2. So I always have to keep reminding myself, like, you're still in the beginning. And then on top of that, you move, so you kind of push yourself back. But if you keep pushing forward, you'll be all right. But if you believe in what you're passionate about, if your job is not what you want, I always tell people to plan as much as you can before you do something like I did. I quit my job of 6 years, but I was saving money that whole 6 years. So that type of planning is what's my saving grace most days, is the fact that I, planned out how I was going to make that transition from corporate America to being an entrepreneur. And even without my planning, there's just things that you can't foresee. Like, who would have thought I would have moved here, and right when I'm starting to do events, COVID happened. I mean, that has been a huge setback because, I haven't been as visible out in the community as I, originally intended to be. Like, my original plan was to be a farmer's market vendor and just try to grow out from there. But when COVID happened, that didn't happen. So I had to pivot and figure out other ways to try to build my brand. But I always tell people, like, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with having that job, that daytime job. But, if you believe in yourself, like, just know that it's possible. Like, you have to believe in yourself first, plan as much as you can. But the biggest thing to do is to actually do it. Because some people might be planning forever. Eventually, at some point, you're going to have to do it.
So you got to take them steps. You got to make that action, take that action and make it happen, Most definitely do. That kind of remind me of, like, my situation, because I was working at my job for 5 years and it was killing me mentally. Like, man, I don't want to be here. I want to be doing something else. And and I came up with my plan. Well, first I moved to Las Vegas and all that, and the COVID hit and a bunch of BS. But things ended up working out for me, coming out here to San Diego, making it happen, And like me, I never really wanted to, like, cook for people, but it's seeming like that's something that, like, I don't really mind cooking for people, but that just wasn't what I had, like, in mind. But now it's seeming like that's where I'm about to be leading to, you know what I'm saying? So, yep.
It's a good feeling. Like, I truly enjoy cooking for people. Like, I knew, like, when I started saving money to start a business, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but starting a cooking business was always, like, an option for me, just because I know it's something I'm really good at, and, like, people have always enjoyed my cooking. Like I said, I started cooking young. I was 8, and so just years of practice, years of doing it on a consistent basis, years of looking up new recipes and trying new things. Like, I love when I see people eat my food and they look that, that face that, this is good. Oh, that just, I swear, it warms my heart every time. And I can't do nothing but smile. It makes me feel so good when they be like, this is vegan. You like this? Oh, I love that. I love it.
So when, I ain't gonna ask you that, cause it ain't gonna be out on time. But I wanted to ask you something about your food. I know you had stopped for a minute, but I know you coming back. But I don't wanna put it on tape because it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be out afterwards.
Gotcha.
So you coming back out next week though, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I got some things lined up to make sure that I'm visible in the San Diego community. But even if I'm not doing events, like, people can go to my website, which is hungryveganlion.com, and check it out. I actually upgraded it. I have new menu items. I've made it a little bit more user-friendly for my navigate. I've given them more options as far as, like, meal prep, like, options as far as, like, what meals they can have. So I'm really excited about that. I definitely feel like this is gonna be the year I make some money.
Okay. That's what I wanted to ask you too. So, excuse me, did you start off like meal prepping, or was it like something else before you did the meal prep?
No, I just started straight with meal prepping because just like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people, they may genuinely want to eat better, but they always asking me, well, how did you go vegan? Or I don't know what to eat. Like, a lot, for some reason in people's mind, vegan is just salad and fruit, and they literally just don't know where to start. So I was like, I'll take care of that for you. You don't even gotta worry about that. Just let me go in the kitchen, do my thing. You can just slide me a little something, and then I got you. So I actually enjoy that. Like, people ask me, do I see myself getting like a restaurant or like a food truck? And the answer to that is no. Like, I don't want to have a restaurant.
That's a lot of work.
It's not even that. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I actually kind of like the freedom of what I'm doing. It's more personal. Like, when people are calling and texting me, you know, when they're trying to figure out, well, what all do you offer? Or, you know, these are my health conditions, what foods with, like, it's more personal, a more personal experience. And like, if I owned a restaurant, it's not going to be the same. You know, I'm going to be stuck in the back or trying to manage a lot of employees. You know, if I have a food truck, I'm going to be in the truck. I can't really talk to anybody, you know, but the way that I do it now, like, I'm actually able to sometimes build relationships with, you know, my customers, especially the ones who, you know, are returning or whatever. And I really enjoy that aspect of it. So I think I'm just kind of, I want to grow. Don't get me wrong, I want to grow, but I can grow in other ways. Like, I'm actually planning on selling my food in local grocery stores very, very soon.
Okay, that's what's up.
That should be something that's taking place within the next few months. I kind of was doing it a little bit at a local convenience store. But I had to pull my products to take care of some things. But once I get those things taken care of, I definitely plan to be in as many grocery stores as I can in the area.
Okay, that's what's up. That's crazy. I was looking into something like that too, and I was actually looking at they got these machines that basically put the little cellophane wrap on the trays and stuff. Yeah, I was looking into some of those and stuff. But yeah, that's a good idea though. Get it popping.
So I'm excited.
So I had that vegan lion everywhere.
That's the plan, to take over the world.
Had the world healthy. Yeah, that's what this podcast is all about. Like, no, it's like this is like an educational channel almost. You know, letting people know about the veganism and letting them know that it's not hard as people try to make it out to be or nothing like that. You know, the vegan life is where it's at, man. I'm trying to tell y'all.
It is.
And it ain't just me telling y'all, I got several people telling y'all. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask you too. Was it like any other reason that made you go like vegan, or you just was consciously thinking about your health?
Well, really, it was that, but it was also things that I was learning as far as like the practices of the meat industry. Like, I started, I don't know what the name of that documentary is, but the first documentary that I watched, it kind of put a bug in my ear, like, maybe I shouldn't eat meat. It was a documentary about McDonald's. And there was this guy in it who ate McDonald's for like 30 days straight or something like that.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about?
Supersize me.
That's what it was.
What you're talking about. Yeah.
That was like one of the first little dots, you know, that was like, I don't think I should do that. Then another dot was, I was taking like this literature class in college, and we read a book about the meat industry and just kind of the way that they treat the animals and the things they have to put in the meat, you know, like we was talking about earlier, food coloring and the condition that they're kept in and just how unsanitary it is and like what it actually does to the environment. So yes, I mostly did it for myself, but those other things also played a factor. They may not have been the number one, you know, reason I went vegan. You know, nothing against, not that I don't care about the animals or anything like that, but just making sure that I'm doing my part, you know. And then by doing my part, I don't know if you knew this, you know, since we're throwing out random facts.
Okay.
But every vegan saves, I believe, 200 animals a year. It was 200 animals a year or something like that.
Saved 200 animals this year.
I'm coming up on saving 600 animals.
Man,
just me by myself. So.
And that's another thing I was gonna say. I was just watching something recently, and they was having like a little debate, like meat eaters against vegans or whatnot, and they was saying like, well, we supposed to eat the meat to rid the earth of it or whatnot. But then again, when y'all breeding them, making so many, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be so many, you know. But yeah, that's crazy though. It go deep, man. The vegan life will take you somewhere you wouldn't expect.
It'll open your eyes to a lot of things and like, it's just, I don't know, it'll open your eyes and make you just realize that the society that we live in and a lot of these companies aren't really thinking about us. They're just literally thinking about making money. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your children. They don't care how long you live. They don't care about what toxins and things that they're putting in their products is, you know, the effects they can have on you. They just care about getting your money.
Man, that's all. That's it. That's all. They just want them bucks, man.
That's another reason why I think vegan food or organic food or healthier food is more expensive.
Yeah.
Because they don't want everyone to have access to that.
Exactly.
And that sucks within itself because it's like crazy. We need food. So sometimes I wonder, like, why do we even have to pay for food? Like, we need food to survive.
Yeah.
But the fact that, you know, the healthier food is more expensive, or the healthier food, you know, stores, you can't even find them in certain communities. That's not on accident. That's on purpose. You know, they only want certain people to have access to the feeling that we're feeling. Healthy, light, better, you know.
Exactly.
They don't want everybody to know what that's like. They want to keep as many people as they can controlled, you know. So basically all they're doing is working and giving away their money to other people like their life don't matter.
Yeah,
that's not right.
Yeah, most definitely not right. How would you advise somebody if they wanted to go vegan? Like, how would you advise them to approach it?
So the thing that I always say when people are asking me like the best way to transition, I always tell them like a little at a time. Like anytime, because like we were talking about earlier, some foods you're literally addicted to them.
Yeah.
And no addiction is just easy to kick. I mean, I know there are some people who are strong enough to kick some habits, you know, cold turkey. But a lot of people aren't like that.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people, they have to do it in little steps. So that's always my biggest suggestion. Do it in little steps. Give up one thing at a time, you know, one meat at a time, you know, and just kind of slowly start working yourself down. And I would also say don't look at it as giving something up.
Yeah.
Look at it as like, I'm not eating this anymore because of what it's doing to my body. And then just knowing that more than likely, whatever it is that you like, whatever your favorite dish is, there is a vegan recipe, a vegan substitute. Now, is it going to taste exactly the same? No. But some people, you know, like myself, and probably like you, we have figured out the formula to make it taste, if not the same, very close. So,
better.
You know, right. I would say better. Yeah. You know, I just didn't want to, you know, toot my own horn, but since you said it, you know, I definitely, I would definitely say, you know what, I do actually enjoy my vegan recipes more than the food that I cooked when I wasn't vegan. Yeah. And that's kind of, especially now that I'm kind of in it, and now that I'm just purposely like, you know, trying to expand as much as I can so I have as many options for my vegan diet. I would definitely say I enjoy my vegan food more than the food that I made before. Yeah, I feel like I care more about my food now. You know what I'm saying? I care a lot more. Like, when I ate meat, I only probably had like maybe 10 meals in rotation or something. I probably only ate 10 different things. What were a few of them? What were a few? Like ribs, chicken, you know, the basics, pot roast every once in a while. But all the time it was like pizza, burger spot, chicken, mostly chicken, you know. And not too much pork. I did mess with like ribs and stuff, but not too much pork other than that. But all of those things that you said, except maybe, excuse me, for the exception of the pot roast, because I don't think I've seen a vegan pot. Well, actually, no, I think I have heard. Yeah, everything you said, they have vegan alternatives. Oh yeah, so you're not really nothing. Yeah, I don't miss them at all. But them was like the things I was smashing. Yeah, I don't miss it. Yeah, I don't miss it at all. I like them. I just got up on a chickpea salad. Man, that stuff is bomb. Yeah, that stuff is bomb. I use chickpeas for a few of my recipes, so yeah, chickpeas go hard. Yeah, I mess with them right there. But yeah, I ain't gonna take up all your time and stuff. But I want to thank you again for coming through. Thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate it. If you're not already following me, please follow my Instagram at Hungry Vegan Lion. It's the same handle for that on Facebook as well. And like I said, if you're in the San Diego area, please check out my website, www.hungryveganlion.com. Check out my menu, call me, text me. If you don't see something on the menu, just depending on what you want, I am open to doing custom orders as well, catering, all that. Call me. Got you.
So you get that good food. And I got one more question real quick before we head out. What would you say is your food philosophy?
I would just probably say, your health is your wealth, and basically, to a certain extent, you really are what you eat. And I definitely notice a change in like my happiness and like my mental state when I started eating better. So I do notice a lot of people out there, especially now with COVID and people being away from other people, I know it's causing depression in people and sadness and other things like that. But I would just say a lot of times people don't realize how closely food is connected with that. So that's probably my food philosophy, just knowing that what you eat really affects you as a whole. And the better you take care of yourself, the more you're able to put out positive energy and happiness into this world, not just for yourself, but for other people.
Okay, that's what's up. Y'all heard it right here from the Vegan Lion. And I want to give a shout out real quick to La Banana. I've been rocking this hat right here. Shout out to them. Y'all get over there and get y'all a smoothie bowl or something. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all check us out. Stay tuned for the next episode. Comfortable Vegetarian, baby.